In today's hyperactive society, we often equate constant movement with success. Yet beneath the surface of relentless activity lies a hidden reservoir of potential, where stillness and boredom are not voids, but crucial gateways to innovation and creative insight. In a world that measures success by the fullness of our schedules, it's worth asking that constant motion equals value. We open ourselves up to the possibility that sometimes doing nothing is not a failure, but a vital state of receptivity where creativity uncoils and transformative ideas can take root. Boredom, far from being an empty reservoir, serves as a hidden catalyst for the mind's most daring leaps. When we allow ourselves to drift away from the relentless pull of constant engagement, a subtle transformation begins. A space emerges where the mind is free to untether itself from habitual patterns. This quiet void, often misinterpreted as wasted time, reveals itself as the fertile ground where ideas sprout and unexpected connections take root. As the mind wanders without a pressing destination, it forges pathways between distant thoughts, creating bridges that challenge our conventional definitions of productivity and innovation. It is in these uninhabited moments, where the pressure to perform recedes, that the most profound insights often bloom, inviting us to rethink our relentless pursuit of busyness. By embracing this state of deliberate emptiness, we not only honor the natural rhythm of our cognitive landscape, but also unlock the powerful, creative energies that lie dormant beneath the surface of our everyday routines. In a world that celebrates constant activity, the practice of mindfulness often appears as an act of deliberate rebellion, a gentle pause in the whirlwind of our daily existence. When we choose to embrace stillness, we are not merely stepping away from the hustle. We are inviting a quiet, powerful dialogue with our own inner landscape. There is a certain grace in pausing to observe the ebb and flow of our thoughts, like watching clouds drift lazily across an endless sky, a process that transforms moments of apparent idleness into fertile ground for self-reflection and creative growth. It is in these quiet spaces that we begin to understand the subtle art of being. As we sit with ourselves, the scattered fragments of the day come into a more coherent picture, revealing hidden narratives and insights that often go unnoticed amid the clamor of routine activities. There lies an unspoken promise that by simply being present, we allow our internal world the freedom to evolve at its own pace and rhythm. In this mindful state, concerns that once seemed insurmountable gently dissolve into a broader, more compassionate perspective. A realization that sometimes the most profound answers emerge quietly, unbidden, from the sanctuary of our own thoughts. Such moments of reflection are not marked by grand gestures or dramatic awakenings. Rather, they are subtle, persistent nudges that remind us of the balance between thought and serenity. Even a fleeting pause, when embraced wholeheartedly, can open the door to previously unnoticed connections and ideas, laying the groundwork for creativity that is as authentic as it is transformative. In the peaceful interplay between stillness and thought, mindfulness becomes a launchpad, not just for personal insight, but for a reimagined way of engaging with the world. The small act of slowing down carries within it the potential to ripple outwards, gently reshaping our perceptions and unearthing creative treasures in the gaps between everyday moments. Perhaps the real challenge is shifting our mindset to see idle time not as a void to be filled, but as an expansive, inviting space where mindful reflection takes root. In doing so, we're not abandoning productivity. Instead, we recalibrate the very notion of what it means to be productive. In a dance between conscious awareness and natural spontaneity, mindfulness transforms what we once regarded as mere stillness into the canvas upon which the art of our lives is continually painted, inviting us to live with a deep, enduring sense of purpose and creativity. In the midst of our bustling routines, there is a quiet invitation to rediscover the hidden wellspring of creativity that resides within us. Imagine beginning your day with the gentle rhythm of your own breath, each inhalation and exhalation marking a deliberate pause from the clamor of immediate responsibilities. There is a subtle magic in those moments when you pay attention solely to the rise and fall of your chest, creating an inner space where new ideas take root. As you savor the simplicity of a meditative breath, you may feel the mind begin to settle, like sediment in a stream, slowly revealing a clearer view of the water below. Visualize the calming cadence of a quiet walk, a slow, deliberate journey along a familiar path. With each step taken in mindful awareness, you are gently reconnecting with the present moment, absorbing the soft murmur of nature and the subtle shifts in light and shadow that often go unnoticed. In these measured strides, there is an emerging dialogue between your inner world and the landscape around you, a dialogue that can spark unexpected insights and creative breakthroughs. The act of walking in silence becomes more than just physical movement. It transforms into an immersive experience where the external and internal landscapes intertwine. Then there are those immeasurably valuable moments when you simply sit in contemplation, untouched by the urgent call of the day's demands. In this stillness, the mind is granted the freedom to wander through its own corridors without the pressure to perform or to please. Here, in the quiet sanctuary of your own thoughts, ideas may flicker into being like stars in a night sky, each a tiny spark of potential waiting for your recognition. The practice of sitting in contemplation offers a gentle reminder that innovation does not always announce itself with fanfare. Sometimes it arrives quietly, urging you to listen more closely to the subtle whispers of your inner voice. Integrating these practices into daily life is not an act of retreat from productivity, but rather a reimagining of what it means to truly live and create. With each mindful breath, with every measured step, and in every silent pause, there lies an opportunity to cultivate a space where your thoughts can evolve freely. In weaving these moments of reflective stillness into your routine, you may begin to understand that the most profound creative insights often emerge when the mind is given permission to simply be. In that serene convergence of mindfulness and presence, innovation becomes not a distant goal, but a natural and ever-present part of your journey, quietly reconfiguring the fabric of your everyday life into one that is both inspired and deeply authentic.